Does your freelance income feel more like a roller coaster than a stable career? One month you're soaring, the next you're scraping by. I've been there, staring at my bank account, feeling totally out of control. It's a common struggle for freelancers, but it doesn't have to be your reality. I'm going to share the 7 essential money habits that took me from financial anxiety to a state of calm and predictability. Budgeteers, assemble. It's time to take control of your money. These habits created a system that works, and it can work for you too. First up, and this one is a game changer. Budget weekly, not monthly. A lot of financial advice is designed for people with a steady, predictable paycheck every 2 weeks. As a freelancer, our income can fluctuate wildly, week to week. A monthly budget just doesn't adapt quickly enough. By sitting down every Sunday and planning my spending for the next 7 days, I can adjust in real time. If I have a high-income week, I can allocate more to savings or debt. If it's a slow week, I know exactly where I need to be more conservative. This weekly check-in gives you immediate control and stops small leaks from turning into big problems. Next, I save 10% of every single payment the moment it hits my account. Not at the end of the week, not at the end of the month, but instantly. This is non-negotiable. If a client pays me $500, $50 immediately goes into a separate savings account before I even think about what to do with the rest. This habit does 2 things. It ensures I'm always saving, regardless of how big or small the payment is. And it trains my brain to see my usable income as 90% of what I actually earn. It builds a powerful savings muscle automatically. Habit number 3 is tracking every single expense, and I mean everything. That $5 coffee, the $10 subscription, that $20 lunch. It all gets logged. In the beginning, this might feel tedious, but awareness is the foundation of control. You can't manage what you don't measure. Using a simple app or a notebook, I got a crystal clear picture of where my money was actually going versus where I thought it was going. It was eye-opening. Those small, seemingly insignificant purchases added up fast. Once I saw the data, making intentional spending decisions became so much easier. Now let's talk about the buffer fund. This is different from your emergency fund. An emergency fund is for true, unexpected crises. A buffer fund is your secret weapon against income volatility. It's an amount of money, say 1 or 2 months of living expenses, that sits in your checking account. Its job is to smooth out the cash flow bumps. When you have a low-income month, you can draw from the buffer to cover your bills without stress. When you have a high-income month, you replenish the buffer first. This completely eliminates that feast or famine feeling and replaces the sense of security you'd get from a steady paycheck. The 5th habit is crucial for long-term wealth: limiting lifestyle inflation. It is so tempting to upgrade your life the second you have a great month. A bigger apartment, a fancier car, more expensive dinners. But if you let your expenses rise at the same rate as your income, you'll never actually get ahead. When my income started to grow, I made a conscious decision to keep my core living expenses the same. I directed that extra money towards my savings, investments, and business growth. It's about celebrating your success by building a more secure future, not just by buying more stuff today. Habit number 6 is setting clear income goals. As a freelancer, you're the CEO of your own business. A business without goals is just drifting. At the beginning of each month and each quarter, I set a specific, realistic income target. This isn't just a number I hope to hit. It drives my actions. It tells me how many clients I need, what my project rates should be, and when I need to be actively marketing myself. Having a goal to aim for transforms you from a passive recipient of work into an active creator of your own income. It's motivating and incredibly effective. And finally, the 7th habit that ties it all together: a weekly review. Every Sunday, I don't just budget for the week ahead. I also review the week that just passed. How did I do with my spending? Did I stick to my habits? How am I tracking toward my income goal? This weekly meeting with myself is non-negotiable. It's a quick 15-minute process that keeps me accountable and allows me to course correct immediately. It's the difference between hoping for financial stability and actively creating it week after week. Now I know building all these habits from scratch can feel overwhelming. That's why I designed a tool specifically for this system. It's called the Budget Boss Planner, and it has all 7 of these habits built right into its pages. There are dedicated sections for your weekly budget, tracking your 10% savings, logging your expenses, managing your buffer fund, setting and reviewing your income goals, and a dedicated weekly review checklist. It takes the guesswork out of it and gives you a clear framework to follow every single week. It's the tool I wish I had when I first started. If you start implementing even 1 or 2 of these habits this week, I promise you'll begin to feel a shift in your financial confidence. They are simple, but their combined effect is transformative. If you found this helpful and want more practical finance tips for freelancers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and here's to a more stable and prosperous freelance career.